to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
Hi, folks. Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and the Chevrolet and GMC Truck Month is now underway. We've got huge savings in Louisville. Get $9,000 off or 1.9% for 72 months on select models. Yes, you heard right. That's $9,000 off or 1.9% for 72 months happening right now at Koppel. So take that short money saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with roof credit. Stock number G214773.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0. And bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
That is right. It is The Drive. There is Raff. There is AD. And Ahman Green is somewhere.
Is he signing autographs again?
Yep. He stepped out about 30 seconds before we came on the air. And gentlemen, how are you?
I'm good. AD, you awake?
What's that?
Are you awake?
Well, as you can tell from behind me, the city's not yet.
AD, you sound a little tired. What's going on, man?
Oh, bro, it was a rough one. It just the time changes, man. I was on Central Time, I left in Eastern Time, then you're on Pacific Time now, and just working, man. It that 5.5 hour dude. That flight was bumpy for like 2.5 hours yesterday. I had never been on a flight that bumpy. Not that bad.
Because it was from you had to go from like East Coast to far West Coast, right?
I went from Atlanta to Seattle. I'm in Seattle right now.
Yeah. So that's a hefty flight.
Yeah. Even the pilot was like, he goes, folks, it wasn't like anything we were in danger or anything like that. But it was just because we were flying over all the storms, because St. Louis had storms, Nebraska had those storms. He mentioned Nebraska because we actually skirted north of Nebraska to try to avoid going over the Rockies and all the rest of that stuff. Still, it was just like boom, 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 boom. Dude, I've never got a headache from a flight, just because it was bouncing so much. And that joker was just, man, it was almost like, dog, that we were like in a bouncy ball. From the moment we got to, because I was looking at my monitor. When we got a little before St. Louis, all the way until we got to maybe Missoula, Montana, give or take. Man, it was just boom, boom, boom. You couldn't even drink no coffee because you're going to burn your face with third-degree burns because there were so many bounces. So no, man, it was cool. But yeah, our brother is definitely tired, man, because then the headache wouldn't go away because we were bouncing so much. But you just roll with it, man. It was going to be one of those mornings I was like, yeah, no. Coach, Coach Rule? Yeah.
Yeah. It is a big day today, just because we get to hear from Troy Dannon for the first time in a formal setting. That's at 2 p.m. We'll get to hear from the new Husker athletic director. So looking forward to attending that and hearing from Troy Dana for the first time. Like I said, we heard from him a little bit quickly over the weekend at NCAA tournament games and stuff, but now today's in a formal setting finally.
Nick, let me ask you guys this. Nick and AG, you're in Lincoln. I've not been there since obviously the both the losses, but
it's pretty cold.
What is the weather like?
Hey, I had to scrape off my window today.
Yeah,
it was cold. There was
it's below freezing.
Yeah, there was a little
What?
dusting. Yeah, there was a little dusting today.
We got a little crop dusting. We had a nice little layer of snow on the grass when I looked out the kitchen window this morning, making my breakfast smoothie. And yeah, it's just Midwest for you though. That's Midwest springtime.
Mm-hmm.
Wisconsin was actually, what's crazy? Wisconsin is actually right now, which is
it's what?
Eerie. Wisconsin's warmer than it is here right now. It's been in the 40s, upper 40s, mid 50s, in where I used to stay. I'm like, what is going on? Like, is it just teasing me right now?
Oh yeah, somebody just texted in and said the wind chill is 12 out there. Yeah.
Here's one for you guys. Adam Schefter's reporting the NFL just voted they're changing their kickoff rule this year. They're going to go more to that UFL, XFL, where the guys will be like 10 yards apart, and then they'll kick the ball. They just announced it, so that'll be interesting. So I'm not sure they're going to have to. I'm assuming the onside kick, there'll be no more onside kicks. So what they'll do is they'll go to that 1st and 30, and if they don't convert, then the other team gets the ball or something like that, I'm guessing. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that.
Interesting. Now it's literally, but this was coming. I mean, since I was a rookie in '98, I was a part of the wedge buster phenomenon, and like owed to being on the special teams. Right, you wanted to be the wedge buster because you was that first guy down, blowing up. Mm-hmm. Mostly, it was probably two guards that weren't the starters, and they're at a dead stop trying to stop somebody running full speed. So it's been something coming for a long time. I remember talking about it every year off season.
Yeah,
how change it was gonna, now we can only put one guy, and now we can't have guys lock arms, and it was just different things that would change. And eventually, reading the forecast as a player, you're like, man, it's basically eventually gonna be no kickoff. Because I remember right before I retired, that's when I think where the ball, you could like fair catch a kickoff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? I was like, oh man, I say, yeah, it was just like the Pro Bowl. Like eventually it's going to be
we
different.
saw a rule change yesterday with they banned the hip drop tackle, right? I mean, there's 3 things that refs are going to have to take into account that make it a penalty, which will be 15 yards and an automatic first down. But they have to have all 3. It has to be basically you wrap your arms or you fully grab around the waist or the hips, excuse me.
Yeah.
You have to swivel. The defender has to swivel the ball carrier, and then you have to basically unload all of your weight.
Oh my gosh!
Hey.
And so referees have to make that decision.
This is a mess. They can't even call roughing the passer. So now you're putting this on them. I mean, this is a joke.
That's my point. So now you have to have 3 things that in a blink of an eye, the referee has to read and judge. Don't forget also, part of it is a lot of these referees this isn't their full-time job. Like they do
high school jobs.
Yeah, right.
Jobs.
They do full-time jobs on the side,
right?
Which it leaves what I said yesterday, and I'll say it again today. It basically just swings the door wide open to have just unlimited amounts of criticism throughout the season.
True.
Well, I didn't add to you guys. I just read this morning before they tackle them though, they must count to 3 and say, "Greetings, sir. May I take you to the ground first?"
Yes.
Hey, oh man, the best. I mean, it's all as AD is doing right now is laughable. The best thing on social media right now is the memes of the rule change that people are putting out there, and
oh man,
it was some amazing ones. I saw one where you had a guy sitting at the table, and the guy looked like he was the foreman of the construction company, and he has one of the workers outside the window, and he was the NFL players. The guy at the construction company, the foreman, was the NFL like commissioner and owners, and he basically shut the window in the guy's face, saying, "Hey, why you gotta change this?" It was just like it's so many. Go on X, go on Instagram, and delight yourself with something that's funny, not funny, out there that we do now these days. When things come up of any type of background, and the memes and gifs people do I'm like, when do people have time for this? But they obviously do have plenty of time to put full effort, comedic level stuff for us to laugh at when you get an opportunity.
So here's the new NFL kickoff proposal, guys. Here's all the details of it. And these are kind of surprising, like we mentioned, kind of XFL style coming to the NFL here.
Mm-hmm.
So just a reminder, the landing zone would be from the goal line to the 20-yard line. Okay, so when I say landing zone,
the ball,
that's the goal line to the 20-yard line. Okay, so here are a couple of the rules. The kicking team, the 10 players cannot move until the ball hits the ground or the player in the landing zone or in the end zone. The receiving team, all players in the setup zone cannot move until the kick has hit the ground or a player in the landing zone or the end zone. How about this? Any kick that hits in the landing zone, which is once again the goal line to the 20-yard line, must be returned. Any kick hits before the landing zone, so from like the 20-yard line to the 40-yard line, let's say, it's a touchback to the 40-yard line, as if the kick goes out of bounds. If the kick hits in the landing zone and rolls into the end zone and is downed, it's a touchback to the 20. That stays the same. How about this one? The kick lands in the end zone or goes out the back. It is a touchback to the 35-yard line.
Say that again.
So if the kick lands in the end zone or goes out the back of the end zone, it's a touchback to the 35.
Oh, wow.
Onside kick. When the fourth quarter begins, the team trailing has the opportunity to declare an onside kick to the officials. The current onside kickoff rules would apply. No fair catch or signal is allowed, and this proposal is for just 1 year only. So there's a couple of little closer details about the new kickoff rules that was just approved.
That's going to be crazy. Where you're really going to see it is at the Super Bowl, when they always have that one first picture of the game where both teams are for the kickoff, and now you're going to see both the kicker on all by himself and the two teams lined up 10 yards apart. It's going to be interesting.
They're protecting the players.
Once again, I cannot think about. I mean, once again, any kick that goes out the end zone, out the back of the end zone, touchback to the 35-yard line.
That's great field position.
My goodness.
Just think what that does to some of the big leg kickers out there that
exactly
have signed in the past just to get touchbacks.
Hey.
Yeah. And I mean, could you argue that kept players safe? Just booting it through the end zone?
Yeah, it was, because obviously there was no return.
Yeah.
So, but now it's a bonus to the receiving team if that big kicker, we got Baltimore's kicker.
Justin Tucker, Harrison Butker. I mean,
Buckner,
you got a lot
City.
you got a lot of.
So it's just really finding the loophole again. So it just gives all the special team coaches, players, to time to study and what will be the best game plan in going to kick off a ball. If it's a winning, where we got to make sure they don't return it, or we got to make sure they don't get, because they get to 35, they got to make maybe 2 completions.
Yeah,
and they'll be in field goal range to win the game. So they got to. So this is now where they're making special team coaches and head coaches, all coaches, to study up and we got to figure out scenarios, 4 or 5 different scenarios, how to deal with these rules, because we don't obviously complaining about it ain't gonna change them.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Ahman, so your mindset, being a former kickoff returner, would you like this NFL rule so they don't have the full 50 yards to get ahead of speed against you?
Like even when they changed a few years ago, it wouldn't have made me a difference, but it's just now it's like you got to read the blocks different. The good thing is you'll probably have, as a return man, you'll have more momentum going forward than the guys coming to try to hit you and tackle you. So that's the only benefit. You just got to hope your guys, just like anything else, even regardless of the distance, that your front 5 or front 9 hold their blocks pretty much. They make a block or you make a solid block to where you can make the read and get upfield, basically. That's it.
Raffy, let's send us to break, my man.
All right, we'll throw it a break. This is The Drive, 93.7, The Ticket.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about atomic diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with atomic diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how atomic diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Brought to you by the Original Super Glue. Stop by your local participating Westlake Ace Hardware locations for your $10 savings coupon. Restrictions may apply. See store for details. Coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena this Friday and Saturday.
Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular price athletic shoes with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. And don't forget, Browns carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your spring off right at Brown Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Hi, folks. Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and the Chevrolet and GMC Truck Month is now underway. We've got huge savings in Louisville. Get $9,000 off or 1.9% for 72 months on select models. Yes, you heard right. That's $9,000 off or 1.9% for 72 months happening right now at Koppel. So take that short money saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with roof credit. Stock number G214773.
When you teach your children how to set and reach goals, you'll do more than just help them succeed in school. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. Motivation and goal setting build confidence and instill a drive that will benefit children their entire lives. It will also help them become more positive thinkers. Working together, parents and teachers are a powerful team for student success.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
Spring often marks the beginning of severe weather, which can lead to power outages. LES wants you to be prepared before the storm. Restock your emergency kit, update your info with LES, and if you encounter an outage, report it at les.com/report.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Thursday, March 28th versus the Grand Rapids Rise at CHI Health Center in Omaha. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pearson and Renee Saunders starts at 6 p.m. with first serve at 7. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in March. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. For lunch, try the salmon panini with provolone, sesame oil, and tomatoes on a ciabatta roll with bagel chips. Perfect for Lent. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
How do people feel about getting Big Fitness Energy at Planet Fitness for $1 down and $10 a month? They feel as thrilled as a kid the first summer they're tall enough to ride the roller coaster! That's right. When you join Planet Fitness right now, you'll get access to tons of equipment and free fitness training in a clean and spacious club. Don't wait. Join the judgment-free zone today for that all-day energy. Download the free Planet Fitness app and join today for $1 down, $10 a month.
Deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Cover more acres with a pre-owned sprayer or planter from Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer. We offer one of the area's largest selections of used sprayers, applicators, planters, and seeders. Through the month of March, take advantage of fixed-rate financing as low as 3.9% for up to 60 months or a 12-month interest waiver. Visit your local Landmark Implement location or view our complete sprayer and seeding inventory online at landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Ticket. Welcome back to The Ticket. I'm your host, Ahman Green, along with my man Nick, Raff, and AD chiming in on the link here on The Drive here on 93.7 The Ticket. How's everyone doing? What's next? What stuff
living
we want?
Living the dream.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I was saying, AD, man, I feel for you. I mean, I feel for it. AG doesn't want to hear it. AG doesn't want to hear it. How about this? A little bit of
you knew what you signed up for. You knew what you signed up for. No, I'm for real. No, I'm messing with you. I know that. Hey, that traveling life, right? Hitting the airplanes, layovers. Hey, what I've done through my time of traveling, like, you know, what we've done as athletes, that's what we do. We hit the road, 6 times a year here in college, 8 times a year in the NFL. And I was like, all right, I got to make sure this is what your packing plan is usually like. Once you get past your clothes and your toiletries, you're like, all right, I'm going to download this to my phone. You know, if it's movies, a series, back in the day it was DVDs and my DVD player. Now it's that and my Nintendo Switch. You know, you got your little rundown. It's like if you miss one of those things, you're like upset at yourself. You're like, dang it. Because you never know you're gonna run into, like AD had, turbulence or layover because of mechanic problems, or the crew is not down on the ground yet because they're up in the air about to land another flight. Planes, trains, and automobile, brother.
AD, what's your schedule like the rest of the week? Are you Are you done after this?
I'm done with y'all after this.
I like it.
No, man, I got I'm most likely gonna be out tomorrow. I got a sound check that's it's a little bit of a time difference. I really should have tapped out with the that turbo. I've been flying for 20 plus years. I've never dealt with that type of turbulence before, dude.
Wow.
Not for 2.5 hours, man. I mean, literally, the lady could not serve coffee because you'd have burned your face off.
Wow. I've been there, done that. Been on flights like that, turbulence.
Yeah, man.
There's food. We're not serving food. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, it beats you because they can't get up.
Nope.
So it beats you up. The time difference part might kind of mess with you going from the east to the west because then you're 3 hours difference in your sleep pattern, and then you're working all day, man. Because you're sitting there. I'm not just sitting around, as you guys know. I mean, you're gripping and grinning. You're shaking hands, and people want to talk afterwards. I had a guy yesterday that was so cool, but I don't think he realized I had to go to the airport to catch a plane because he just kept talking and talking and talking and talking.
Oh, yeah.
And no, you get it, AG, you get way more than I do. Obviously, you always want to be cordial. You want to be polite.
Yes.
I'm going, And I keep looking at my watch and I'm thinking, bro, my Uber's going to be here in 2 minutes and I still got to go grab my luggage real quick in my bag. Speaking of the travel, though, I travel very light. I literally have a carry-on bag, fellas, that has my suits that are, because you always iron your suits. And then when you're showering, I just kind of hang my suit on a hanger in the shower while I'm showering, not with me in the shower, like, yeah, that's gonna be a wet suit. This kind of the steam, kind of helps unwrinkle the suit. I iron them jokers up real quick. I wrap jumpsuits in real tight in there. And the key thing is downloading your movies, like you mentioned. Now it's downloading your movies, the ones you want. I knew the airline was going to have plenty of movies lined up, but you never know if they got one you want. So the movie I was telling you about last week, AG, I don't know if you've seen this before. Raff, I'm not even sure if you said you've seen it yet. The Express, the Ernie Davis story.
Ernie Davis story, yes.
Yeah.
Really good.
Man, I was on the plane dang near in tears because I hadn't seen it in probably about 3 years. But I've seen it a lot of times. But it was the first time I've seen it in a few years. I'm tired. I'm watching this. And I think, man, Ernie Davis was only 23 years old when he died, dude. 23. And I'm just thinking, like, man, that dude died at 23 years old. That was his, obviously, nothing bad in it, but that dude was literally your age, and that was his whole life.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That dude was literally your age, and that was his entire life. So watched a few movies, man. Did some work on the plane, but, it was just the turbulence that got me jacked up, man. Because, like I said, just I'd never in all my years traveling been on a plane that bounced for 2.5 hours.
So after tomorrow, are you back home?
I get back home Wednesday night, tomorrow night. What's today?
Nice.
Tuesday. Today's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah. So nice. So you get to come back home tomorrow night.
I'm coming home, man. I'm coming home. I'm supposed to fly in Thursday morning, but I'm trying to get me a flight Wednesday night and try and finagle a flight.
Nice.
Hey, you guys, go ahead, Nick. What was you gonna say?
Hey, I was gonna say, I don't know. Did you guys watch the West Virginia Iowa game last night?
Yes,
indeed. I watched it on air, and there were some bull calls in that game.
Hey, here's the deal. I was texting back with Rico and Austin last night. And I'm not one to blame officials, but here's the deal.
But
26 free throws for the Hawkeyes, 5 free throws attempted for the West Virginia Mountaineers. Yeah. And so here's what I would say. You look at one of the takes, I believe it was Sydney Altoff. She took it down the left side of the lane, engaged in the defender. She leaned into the defender and threw up what I would call an uncontested layup.
Yeah.
And got fouled with an and one.
It was a crucial time too, Nick, when that took place. It was a very crucial time.
There was one there. And then multiple times in the fourth quarter, in the late stages of the fourth quarter, Hannah Stolke locked arms with the post players for West Virginia.
I saw that.
And she dragged them to the ground. And then she comes up holding her jaw and acting like she hurt herself. And the referee calls a foul on West Virginia.
Yeah.
That caused, I believe, 2 or 3 West Virginia players to foul out in the final moments of the game when it was a very tight ball game.
Yeah.
Very tight ball game.
You know,
I mean, refs was selling a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. That was one of the bright spots of the flight. I was able to watch that game, and honestly, fellas, I didn't realize I'm watching. I'm thinking because it threw me off because I forgot the women's. They also play, Mondays. I'm like, I know this ain't like an old game because sometimes ESPN will throw some old games or something like that on there, and I'm like, no, this can't be an old game because they played Saturday. They haven't played them yet. They were showing this. I was looking for the stats to show something that was like it was real time. I'm like, I know I couldn't went online, but I'm like, I know this got to be live because they wouldn't be showing the stats they are.
Yeah.
And so I got to watch the entire game. The plane was jumping up and down as much as the basketball was, but I got to watch the whole game, which was cool. Here's what I was impressed with, you guys. I was impressed with the way that the West Virginia coach kept his composure because I would have lost it. There were some calls in that game that were so atrocious. I'm thinking he's a better man than me. He is a better man than me because the flop call was terrible. Caitlin Clark pushed off at least 3 times that I saw, and she's flapping her hands all over the air. And you know what, you guys? I'm gonna tell you something. Is she the most dominant player? And I got that in our notes. You guys can see that in our schedule. So we'll just guess we can discuss it right now. Yes, she is. But as much as she has promoted the women's game, as much as she's been an ambassador, what I mean by ambassador because of her play, her complaining has begun to really rub me the wrong way. I mean, it's like, Caitlin, you're a baller. I mean, just the whining, the antics. It's hands down. I mean, she's the best college basketball player, this year. There's no but just it's constant complaining. But then again, you can look at the NBA and see the same thing.
Yeah, with her I think it stems down from her coach too. Because
great
that was in our post game when we beat them.
There's no Big Ten protocol,
right?
That's not Big Ten protocol.
I could hear in the background. So sometimes the players will take on the personality of the coach, right? Yep. I mean, we did as players, right? Coach Osborne, he was calm, cool, and collective, so we were too at certain times, most of the time. And so their coach, I'm like seeing the game transpire, seeing all these fouls, these flops, and I'm like, I'm not surprised because the coach is coaching them up in a way, even though she's a good coach, when times get tough on them, they're going to be, something I said about Calipari the other day. I'm like, he's getting where he's going to make excuses. So they're trying to find excuses to throw the foul, I'm like, just play ball. I mean, if you're a good team, I say one thing about Iowa and Caitlin is that fact that if you just D up everybody else, you got to make Caitlin win. That's what any other team that I'm looking at, if I'm coaching a team in the women's bracket right now, I say, we're not going to, we're going to let Caitlin eat. We're going to let her eat, but we're going to shut down the other 4 players. They won't be able to pass, play defense, or do anything. It's going to have to be all on Caitlin to get them past the second round.
So I'm just looking through the play-by-play here just to kind of refresh my memory. So it was a tied ball game, 52-52, with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in the ball game.
Wow.
Okay. 52-52.
A whole bunch of fouls.
That was when Sydney Affolter made her layup in the and one, the one we were talking about from the left side of the rim.
Yep.
How about this? The next 10 points came on free throws for Iowa.
Yep.
They ended up winning 64-54. And you might say, well, guys, of course they came on free throws because they were trying to extend the game. It wasn't intentional fouls. It was not, because it was like a 2-point ball game.
Right.
It was they were playing defense.
Wow.
So then you had a foul on JJ Quinterly for West Virginia, and that fouled her out. Then you had another foul on Tirza Moore, that fouled her out. Then you had a foul on Jordan Harrison, that fouled her out. It was a 5-point ball game with 34 seconds left in the game. There was still plenty of time.
Yeah.
And that is when Hannah Stolke threw the defender down on it, going for a rebound, if you will.
And got the foul.
Got the foul called against West Virginia. That fouled Jordan Harrison out of the game for West Virginia. And at that point, you had 5 more free throws coming up for the Iowa Hawkeyes, and they sunk them. They sunk them at the line, and they win 64-54.
Game over, man. Game over.
So, I mean, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that I'm not a big let's push the Caitlin Clark agenda, right? Like I'm not big on that conspiracy theory, but that game was reffed entirely different in the final 3 minutes than it was for the 3.5 quarters of that first game. Nick,
I'm gonna push back a little bit. And to your point, you're exactly right. It was ref differently, somewhat differently. But I thought I thought it was bull crap calls the whole game. Quite honestly with you, man.
Yes.
Because West Virginia had a lot of athletes on that court, a lot of speed, and they pestered Iowa's players. I mean, if they breathed on them the wrong way, they were getting called. However, I'll say this though: Iowa just played Iowa basketball. They're like, we're going to make you literally beat us or foul out one or the other. So again, as much as it frustrated me at times to watch the number of calls, you know, I've seen that happen against other teams as well. It wasn't just Iowa. You know, other teams they've done that as well. The Big Ten in general, as far as ref, I know those refs from a lot of different places, but the referee was very suspect yesterday. And Iowa is going to have a problem as they get deeper in these, like all teams will, but they're going to have a problem because West Virginia was very quick. They were very athletic against Caitlin Clark and Iowa. And like I said, they started getting to the Carolina. If they make it to that far, and if South Carolina makes that far, you start getting more athletic and quicker guards that are playing Caitlin. The crossover stuff ain't going to work because they'll be right with her like, I'm right with you.
Well, and to your point about the refereeing, AD, I think maybe the reason I said that it was, ref differently is because for the first 3.5 quarters when Caitlin's getting the calls and stuff, I feel like, I mean, we're accustomed to that, right? We're accustomed, I think, to the quote unquote star player, whether it's basketball, whether it's football, and like roughing the passer, like we talk about every single football season. You're just going to get the benefit of certain calls in certain situations, I think. But man, in crunch time, you hate to see the officials be as involved as they were last night.
That's right.
Annoying as a player to have the referees take over.
Yes, it is.
And not let our actions be the deciding factor in the game.
Yeah.
Even if it's negative, like a penalty, at least it's something that we did, like I was holding or I grabbed the elbow or something like that.
And it was really strange because, and this, once again, I'm not trying to speculate or get into the conspiracy part of it, but it was really strange because last night on the broadcast as well, one of the broadcasters, it wasn't Beth Mowens, the play-by-play, it was one of the color commentators. Hannah Stolke fell down on top of a West Virginia player.
Yes,
and there was no whistle. There was no whistle.
Yeah.
And there was like 5 minutes left. And the
announcer says, call something. There's something there.
She goes, there has to be something on that. I'm sorry. You have to blow the whistle on that.
Yeah,
and nothing happened. And then lo and behold, less than 60 seconds of game time later, something similar happens. And it was instantly a whistle on the Mountaineers. And so, if you're West Virginia, you're probably looking at last night as a missed opportunity. You're probably looking at last night as, man, we were kind of not robbed necessarily, but maybe it wasn't officiated 100% fair, and that's got to be really disappointing. Especially, I mean, we're talking about that could be a real big win for a coach in that situation. What a win over Iowa
100%.
and a Sweet 16 berth could do for recruiting, for putting your basketball program on the map. I mean, there's a lot of side effects of just winning that specific game that could be going into that.
Yeah, well, having those having the calls and all that just gives a blueprint though to what the next team for Iowa got to face. Right, they got the blueprint now. Let's play them hard on defense. We can't stop the calls from the referees, but we're gonna get in their faces, make them earn if they're gonna go past us to the next round.
Well, Big Daddy Travis says they want the LSU Iowa rematch, and I mean, here's the deal: you got all the Washington Post stuff going on with Kim Mulkey right now. You have with
lines.
her. Yeah. I mean, you have obviously the Angel Reese stuff. Stuff is being talked about regarding her attitude on the floor. Angel Reese. Then you have obviously Caitlin Clark and Lisa Bluter and that entire Iowa program. I mean, it would definitely draw eyeballs, I suppose. So there.
I mean, the one thing though the NCAA is smiling about is all this stuff happening. I mean, it's drawing a ton of attention to the sport. I'm already bracing myself for the Lisa Bluter, Caitlin Clark post-game press conference after they get beat. It's going to be one for the books, I think.
Well, and you throw in last night that was Caitlin Clark's final game at Iowa. In Carver Hawkeye Arena.
So they can't have her
lose.
Please, couldn't have her lose.
Can't have her lose.
Leaving out of there.
I completely understand. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Just make it a 30-point differential next time.
And let me say this real quick. If you're a business, like the NCAA is a business, and your selection committee, and seeing those two teams collide, you can't tell me there's not going to be some bias at times in the officiating, man. I mean, it's just as much as we would like to think it's not, it's just too crazy not to. Thunder Knot Collins, good morning to you. A few texts on here that I want to get to. Hey, Ron, no, I wasn't on the Soul plane. With all that, that's right. Thunder Knot Collins has got a great point here. He goes, Clark is a great player. The issue with games like last night is that young women are going to watch her and emulate what she does because she's so great. That includes her antics. And I can't agree with you more, Thunder Knot Collins. I agree. I can't agree with you now more because you look at what Steph Curry has done with the three-point shot, and you see the guys in college and in junior high and in high school emulating that as well. So that's a great take on it. Big Daddy Travis, I think you're spot on, bro. They definitely want to see an LSU Iowa rematch on that, man. AG, you guys, what is? Let me see. Look at the background back here. It's starting to wake up. It's starting to wake up. And
are you on like the 52nd floor?
Guys, AD stays in the penthouse when he travels.
Penthouse, of course.
No.
AD, I need to see a room tour if you can.
A room tour.
Oh, he left.
I
bet he was
out. No, he was. I bet he was holding his computer and
his camera. He goes. Oh, hey, you're not going to see the penthouse. I gotta go. I asked for a room tour. There it is. Just gone. Man, I asked to see the room, and he said, "Nope, you are not seeing that." And he closed that laptop.
AD's in a bad mood today. You don't want to get him upset at you.
He's back.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, you said what did you say? Needed what? I didn't hear you.
We did. Sorry, I didn't. We think is it break time yet? We don't need to see that.
Nothing to see. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
That's the corner. That's all it is. Yeah. They're over there making my omelet. They brought in a grill.
Hey, you know what, AG? I'm gonna tell you something. You get it. These jokers tease me all the time. Road life there is nothing fantastic about road life. It is hard, as you know, bro. Road life is rough.
Yeah, the only good thing about road life is you don't have to worry about I leave the room clean.
Yes.
Most people don't.
I refuse to leave the room dirty. I
ain't like if I shave, I make sure I pick up all my hair around the sink.
I hope so.
And so it just you're not coming back there. That's kind of like
that's just proper manners.
I thought that's why you stay at hotels, just to leave the hair in the sink.
No, man,
that's called filthy and disrespectful.
When Raff needs to shave his beard or trim it up, he goes, "I'll just go rent a room at the Motel 6. I'll be right back."
I go down to Moore, Oklahoma.
Oh, gosh, that is putrid. Never go back. Never go back.
It's Doubletree. I love the cookies. I love the cookies at Doubletree.
Hey, by the way, guys, we haven't talked about it. We're getting a hotel across the street from us.
Yep. Is that going to be a Hampton or a boutique hotel?
A Hampton Inn. It said there's a sign in the window so we can officially say it. Coming soon, the Hampton Inn, right across the street from us.
Partnership and development.
There you go.
Yeah, you know what, man, and I think because of the architecture and how just how unique that building is.
Yeah,
I bet you it's gonna be kind of like one of their boutique brands.
I hope so. It's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be sweet. Hey, here's the deal: we got the Hampton there, and then we got the hotel of all hotels coming just about a block and a half away. The Drury Inn and Suites. about a block and a half away. The Drury Inn and Suites.
You hype about that one?
Hey, AG. AG, don't even.
They have breakfast. I know they do breakfast.
Well,
I've been in a Drury.
They do breakfast, but they also do the happy hour in the afternoon.
Oh, that's why you hype.
The happy hour. In the afternoon.
Rico hype too. Look at Rico.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. See, yeah, we're going to be frequent. Whenever there's a staycation, it'll be at the Drury Inn and Suites. All right, Raffi, send us to break, my man. Yeah.
All right, we'll throw it a break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in March. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. For lunch, try the salmon panini with provolone, sesame oil, and tomatoes on a ciabatta roll with bagel chips. Perfect for Lent. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
How do people feel about getting big fitness energy at Planet Fitness for $1 down and $10 a month? They feel as thrilled as a kid the first summer they're tall enough to ride the roller coaster! That's right. When you join Planet Fitness right now, you'll get access to tons of equipment and free fitness training in a clean and spacious club. Don't wait. Join the judgment-free zone today for that all-day energy. Download the free Planet Fitness app and join today for $1 down, $10 a month.
Deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hi, folks. Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and the Chevrolet and GMC Truck Month is now underway. We've got huge savings in Louisville. Get $9,000 off or 1.9% for 72 months on select models. Yes, you heard right. That's $9,000 off or 1.9% for 72 months happening right now at Koppel. So take that short money saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with proof credit. Stock number G214773.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online
online at prg-ne.com.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see a chance of snow this morning. Becoming partly sunny and windy. The rest of the day, we'll see a high around 36. Tonight, mainly clear skies with an overnight low around 18. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies return. An afternoon high around 48. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When you teach your children how to set and reach goals, you'll do more than just help them succeed in school. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. Motivation and goal setting build confidence and instill a drive that will benefit children their entire lives. It will also help them become more positive thinkers. Working together, parents and teachers are a powerful team for student success.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
We do not go quietly in the night on early break. We don't, and we won't.
Is that our motto now? Is that our new show motto? Look at that. We let you have that moment.
Yes. We won't.
We won't. We don't.
We won't. It's our new one. Yeah, I'm getting a T-shirt. I want
But we don't go quietly in the night. We voice.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to The Drive here on 93.7 The Ticket. I'm your host, Ahman Green, along with my man Nick, Raff, and AD. Oh, no, he is back.
He's
there. In C-Town.
He always comes back.
In C-Town. That's the nickname of Seattle.
I got to let everybody know that this first hour is proudly sponsored by Sand Hills Global. Sand Hills Global is looking to fill hundreds of openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Got it. Boom.
All right, Raffy, what you got for history today?
History. All right. Let's see. What do we got for history? Ooh, I got a good one today. A really good one. 1979. Is that 41 years ago?
1979 would be 45 years ago.
45. Okay, my bad. It was the 41st NCAA men's basketball championship, though. The Michigan State Wolverines beat the Indiana State Sycamores 75-64, which marks the beginning of the Magic versus Larry Bird rivalry. And it's still the highest rated game in the history of televised college basketball.
Wow. Indiana State, fun fact, they should have been in this year too.
Yeah, they had a baller there.
Should have had two Missouri Valley teams in the NCAA tournament with Drake and Indiana State, but Drake was able to get the Sycamores in the Missouri Valley title game, and they got the automatic bid, and the committee put Indiana State in the NIT, which then they'd won their first round game against Stanford, and Stanford fired their head coach after like a 23-win season. That's crazy.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I know that's about 45 years later in the world of Indiana State basketball, but still, nonetheless, there's a little Indiana State information for you today.
Well, I'll tell you what, in 1973 on this history segment, 35th NCAA men's basketball champions UCLA beats Memphis 81-76. It was the Bruins UCLA's. How many championships straight do you think that was for them? Anybody? Any guesses? Because this blew me away. 1973. They were led by Bill Walton.
I'm gonna go 8.
7.
AG, you're on it. 7. It was their 7th straight title. You guys think of how
ballers.
Exactly. Think about how unique that is, man. And just, I mean, 7 straight in-state tournaments. I mean, titles.
Right.
7.
John
That's
Wooden,
just
machine.
Yeah, it's just nuts to think about that, man. 7 straight national championships. If you're their fans and bands, you're just kind of going, yeah, we got another one. I mean,
back to work.
When you win that many, I can't imagine what it was almost, you think about this, it probably became a standard almost at that point, to where it was like, no, it's, I mean, granted, that should be the standard. Every program is to win the Natty, but like, that's the standard. But yet, when you actually do it, I mean, after the second one, okay, we went back to back. Okay, cool. Okay, now we got 3. Okay, now we got 4. So on and so forth. I mean, that's just nuts to think about. 7 straight national championships.
Yeah.
Hey, nothing was rigged. Just pure talent playing ball.
No transfer portal.
But you know, it's crazy. It's crazy when you talk about that though in 7, and that just how crazy it sounds. But then you look back at like the 90s Nebraska football teams. 93 could have been a possibility.
Yeah.
Referees. 94 we won it. 95 we won it. 96 if the bug doesn't hit at the Big 12 championship game.
And I don't have a broke foot.
Yeah. 97 win it.
That's life.
98 was kind of a down year, but 99 they should have won it if they wouldn't have dropped the game to Texas down in Texas. So I mean, it's crazy to think that Nebraska could have been kind of in on 6 out of 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, this is on a much smaller scale. But how do we think, since there's a little bit of a connection to the ticket, Renee Saunders, the color commentator for Omaha Supernovas volleyball, head volleyball coach at Omaha Scott, 9 straight state titles.
Good Lord.
I mean, think about it that way. You're talking, they're going for their 10th straight state title this next season. That's incredible to think about.
Baller.
That's wild. 9 straight state titles they won back in November last year.
They know what they're doing there.
Yeah. I think so.
Volleyball factory.
And then real quick, before we move on, video game history of games from about 22 years ago, 2002. Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast on PC. And that, just think about it now. You talking about winning, right?
Yeah.
What was it, 1977, George Lucas?
Yeah.
He made a movie, okay?
Still making money.
And it sold it for about 10, 20, 15 years ago for $4.5 billion.
Jeez.
That's video games. That's movies, TV series we see now. So we talking about, if we're talking about consecutive, like this person should have a big ring that says winning on it. There you go. In the movie, in the video game industry, and everywhere else. Somebody I say about every person, you know what? I'll bring it down. Every person we're talking to, Nick over here and AD and Raff, some of y'all have some semblance of some Star Wars thing in your house right now. Big, little, or small.
Nick's never even seen the movie. AG.
Really?
I probably
never seen Star Wars.
Your demographic.
Yeah.
I haven't. I'm not gonna say it. I'll say something else. I'll just say y'all need to get up on the Star Wars.
I probably
train.
don't have a single Star Wars thing in my house. Yeah. And I'm living happy. I'm not gonna lie.
You too, Rico? Oh yeah, Rico's fine.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
But I know AD and Raff something, and they at least seen at least one of the movies.
Raff probably has a lightsaber in his house.
I got lightsabers. I got helmets. I got Lego sets.
You know, AG, where Star Wars lost me is when they started doing all the other series. I'm OG Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi.
But it was more story.
The one that came out after that one, the one that came out right after
Phantom Menace.
Yeah, I didn't get with that, but I'm still a Star Wars buff though, man. I love Star Wars, man.
Yeah.
I will be Jar Jar Binks until the day I die.
Yeah, boom.
Jar Jar Binks. Nick, watch you must.
I love Star Wars.
Yeah, there you go.
All right,
break.
Send us to break, Raffy, or AD, whoever wants to.
Hey, real quick, man. Unknown texter, this is classic. Unknown texter 0283 says some kid held up a sign at the Final Four during the run that said, "Welcome to the UCLA Invitational."
Wow.
True story.
Go ahead, Ralph.
All right, we'll throw it a break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see a chance of snow this morning. Becoming partly sunny and windy. The rest of the day, we'll see a high around 36. Tonight, mainly clear skies with an overnight low around 18. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies return. An afternoon high around 48. I'm meteorologist Kyle Cutter for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road. Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Spring often marks the beginning of severe weather, which can lead to power outages. LES wants you to be prepared before the storm. Restock your emergency kit, update your info with LES, and if you encounter an outage, report it at les.com/report.
The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Thursday, March 28th versus the Grand Rapids Rise at CHI Health Center in Omaha. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pearson and Renee Saunders starts at 6 p.m. with first serve at 7. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Thursday, March 28th versus the Grand Rapids Rise at CHI Health Center in Omaha. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pearson and Renee Saunders starts at 6 p.m. with first serve at 7. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
If you're looking for a pre-owned tractor to upgrade your operation this year, you'll find a wide selection at your local Landmark Implement. We'll work with you to find the right equipment for your needs at a price that's right for you, all backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. During the month of March, choose from a 6-month interest waiver or 4.5% fixed rate for up to 60 months on used 6M and R, 7R, 8R, or 9R tractors with approved credit. Visit landmarkimp.com to see our complete inventory or stop by your local Landmark location today and experience the Landmark difference.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? At Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino in Lincoln or Horseman's Park in Omaha, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Welcome to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0. And bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Bodily brought down.
And University of Nebraska East sports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we're back here on The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. I'm your host, Ahman Green, with Nick, AD, and Raff. Please, next half hour of good stuff to come.
Gentlemen, before we continue, just want to,
not good stuff.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. I mean, I was just telling Ahman during the break, thoughts are with everybody involved in that bridge collapsing out in Baltimore. That's a scary situation to where if you have not heard throughout or during the night, a boat with a ton of shipping containers went right into the bridge, and the rest of the bridge collapsed into the water. And so it's believed that there were vehicles on the bridge at that time. And so now the daylight is breaking. You're starting to kind of see the aftermath and a little bit more of it, but there's obviously videos out there of the bridge collapsing, but just a scary situation. So
Nick, you brought that up, and it's crazy because I'm literally looking at my phone. I was going to lead in with that saying, bad news, because I was watching this, it was a little, obviously the time zone difference here, I was still, tossing and turning just up, so I seen that come across. It didn't even look real. It literally does not look real. They have I'll text this to you guys, but it has it like frame by frame broken down, and you can't see from this angle. You can't see any cars going in, but that bridge is long. It's very long.
1.6 miles, I think.
Yes. It's the Baltimore Harbor Bridge. As of right now, from the latest, they said at least 20 people are now missing. in that, because if you look at the video, you don't see any lights that are going across.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, that video only captures a portion of that entire bridge. That bridge, like you mentioned, it's a mile long, and it's just it looks like something out of a movie, man. It looks painfully surreal.
Yeah. Yeah. So just a super sad and unfortunate situation there. Just wanted to obviously mention that there. All right, gentlemen, when you look at we're going to hear from Troy Dannon for the first time today in a formal capacity, right? As he is going to address basically Husker Nation officially for the first time as athletic director. Obviously, we heard a little bit of him over the course of the weekend when he was at various locations. I want to ask each one of you, what are you hoping to hear? What are a couple of things that you're interested in listening and hearing for, right? Whether that's, all right, what's the update on a Memorial Stadium expansion? Is there even an expansion anymore? What are that's kind of where I'm at personally. What say you guys? What are you looking to hear from Troy Dannon about today?
Just wanting to hear his goals, what he plans here. I know he just got here, but at least early goals he could plan out between the time he's got hired to the time he landed on the soil here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Just some short-term or even long-term. I say he probably won't have long-term goals right now, but definitely short-term, because I know he has to do the whole go around the state, meet with other colleges, and do what he's doing tomorrow or today.
Yeah.
Talk to everybody. But just give me, you don't have to give me, you ain't trying to save the world here. Just give me what you're going to do here in the next maybe couple months or a year, if that. And that's it, because I know being a faculty member that everything is a process. I've been here for a year now, and knowing what I got to do and knowing what I want to do is two different things, because sometimes it's dependent on the system that I'm part of in terms of the faculty system. So just right now, just give me something where you just come in, let us know what your short-term goals are, and then what you're going to plan on moving forward.
Yeah.
Real simple.
Raff, I want him to come in and say, I'm going to give my coaches and my athletes anything that they need to be successful. And I want him to say that he is going to also do everything in his power to make Nebraska not a school that people use it as just a stop to go to somewhere else.
Okay. Do you think do you think Nebraska is in that spot?
I feel like we've kind of got to that point over the last 10 or 15 years. I don't think it's like you hear talk about it, like, well, so-and-so wanted to go to another school because they'd have maybe more of an opportunity, So I think Nebraska's got to get back to where Nebraska's, looked at as like, Ohio State and, schools like that. I feel like we've kind of lost that.
Interesting. Yeah. AD, how about you, man? What do you want to hear from Troy Dannon today?
Not much.
There you go.
I really do. I want him to say little but do a lot. I don't want him using a bunch of hyperbole. I'm gonna do this. No, dude, just come in, say how happy you to be here. Don't say this is your last stop, bull crap. Just say this is.
Don't give me that.
Yeah, don't give me that, man. Just this is where I'm at. I'm pleased to be here. Talk about your family. My family's from Iowa. My wife's family's from Iowa. We're ecstatic to be here. We're going to do our best, like Raff and both AG said. We're just going to do our best to support the staff and the student athletes here the best we can. And don't say a whole bunch of hyperbole. Just come here and say I'm glad to be here. And folks, I'm going to work hard. You're not going to hear me a whole lot, because that's for the student athletes and the coaches. So you're not going to hear me giving press conferences and all the rest of that stuff, except when deemed necessary. But other than that, man, roll your sleeves up and just go to work. You're a Midwestern guy, all right? Roll your sleeves up and go to work, and understand. And don't say that you're not bigger than the program. Show it by not showing yourself a lot. And I mean that. I mean, just be their support. Great. You think about this, AG. Think about this, Raff. When you guys played ball, the best refs were the ones that maintained the game but didn't try to take over the game. I look at ADs in the same way. Yes, you have your finger on. In fact, you have your finger on the pulse, and you should be the pulse. But no one's going to really. You're not going to be the one grandstanding shows. I'm not saying anything about pass administrations, etc. But I'm just simply saying the great ones, you rarely see them. You think about this, you guys. You think about Jerry West. Now, I know it's different sports, pro and college. Jerry West did a hell of a job running the Lakers when he was there. Clippers when he was there. You've seen Jerry sometimes hanging out in the hallway of the teams going to the locker room.
Yeah,
it was legendary. That's all you seen. But you knew who was orchestrating all the moves. You knew who made sure they had the latest in facilities, with facilitating trades, etc. The great ones, man, don't say a whole lot. They just do their job. Hey, Gene, I don't know what your relationship was with Ron Wolf, okay, at Green Bay.
Right.
But he did it. I mean, there were some moves that obviously some people thought were controversial, but dude, I personally, as a fan, you didn't see that dude much, man. You didn't hear about from Ron Wolf much. He gave you guys what you needed. He gave you the tools, the pieces, and he stepped out of the way. It's like, that's not my role. Elaborate, please.
Yeah, it was you're dead on. It was something that he knew football, right? And so he didn't have to do promoting or anything, campaigning or anything like that. So he made sure that we had all we need in terms of that's definitely his main job was make sure the head coaches and then each position had the players needed to be on that squad. He's one of the trades. I'm one of the trades that he talks about when he describes his career. Bringing Brett Favre in and then bringing Ahman Green. When he first said that, I was like, and you know me, AD, everybody else is getting to know me. I'm very humble. So when I heard that, I was like, what? I was like, wow. I was like, I didn't know that he felt like that, in terms of what he had done before I even became anywhere near the NFL, because he had done great things already. And he helped that program, helped that organization, get to more, goals and Super Bowls of that nature because of him knowing the game of football, him knowing players. When he saw a good player, he would be like, you know what? Nobody sees what I see with Brett Favre. I'm going to grab him. Nobody sees what I see in Ahman Green. You know what? Mike Holmgren, let me take him off your hands. I like him. You don't like him? No problem. So that was his talent with every player that he got in there, along with myself and Brett. And then, to then have the results of what we had then shows you his acumen, basically, of what he had to do as a GM and organize. And with GMs, and like you say, it's being visible. It was interesting. I didn't realize it. I saw him maybe a couple times in my tenure there. And then when I went to Houston, my first year, Rick Smith was a new GM, young. He was the youngest at that time, 32 years old. And I think I was there. This was between mini camp time. I was there for a whole 2.5 weeks or whatever. And I think I saw him every day. And I'm saying, and I even mentioned it to someone, I think it was Andre Johnson. I said, Andre, is something going on? Because why is the GM out here every day in a suit in Texas on the practice field? And he's like, AG, man, I don't know, but I think he's trying to emulate somebody up north. That's kind of how he referred to it. Because we're in Texas, we're in Houston, just south of Dallas, so you knew who he was referring to. I was like, So for Troy, just come in, like I think AD said it, just be a man of action, pretty much.
There you go.
Yep.
All right, Raffy, send us to break. I want to get back to this when we come back really quickly, guys, because there's a couple pieces about committees wise that I want to get your thoughts on, and how much it means to you guys that he's on some of the bigger committees with the changing landscape in college football. So I want to get your guys' thoughts, but we're up against the clock. So Raff, send us away, my man.
All right, we'll throw it a break. This is The Drive, 93.7, The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Thursday, March 28th versus the Grand Rapids Rise at CHI Health Center in Omaha. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pearson and Renee Saunders starts at 6 p.m. with first serve at 7. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
If you're looking for a pre-owned tractor to upgrade your operation this year, you'll find a wide selection at your local Landmark Implement. We'll work with you to find the right equipment for your needs at a price that's right for you, all backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. During the month of March, choose from a 6-month interest waiver or 4.5% fixed rate for up to 60 months on used 6M and R, 7R, 8R, or 9R tractors with approved credit. Visit landmarkimp.com to see our complete inventory or stop by your local Landmark location today and experience the Landmark difference.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? At Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino in Lincoln or Horseman's Park in Omaha, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Hello? Believe it or not, old phones are one of the most common pain points in offices today. Many of these phones are beyond repair because parts aren't available to fix outdated devices. Whether it's a traditional phone system or cloud-based VoIP technology, Hamilton Business Phones can help upgrade your connection. We make it easy to sync your office phone with your cell for seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you deserve better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska, or online in your own home. Learn to ride a motorcycle, how to start a small business, how to dance, or take a course to advance in your current career path. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Spring often marks the beginning of severe weather, which can lead to power outages. LES wants you to be prepared before the storm. Restock your emergency kit, update your info with LES, and if you encounter an outage, report it at les.com/report.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone back with the latest update from Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, your new car selection keeps getting better and better every month. Can you tell our listeners all about it?
You know, it sure is, Charlie. It's great that our customers can come in, pick out a new Honda, and drive away with it that day.
How many new Hondas do you have in stock?
Well, right now we have just about 100 in stock.
Hey, I hear you've won some very important awards in your service department. Tell us about them.
Well, the first one is we won the award for the first fixed award. So the cars are actually fixed on the very first time they're brought in. Second award is our Customer Service Experience Award. And then our third award is our Honda Express Service Elite. And we rank the best in quality and customer satisfaction.
Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to The Drive here on 93.7 The Ticket. I'm your host, Ahman Green, along with Nick, AD, and Raff.
Hello. I
Hello.
gotta read our second hour sponsor here. We are proudly sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance or you need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hahn and his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Garage Plus, garage doors, and more. Got it.
All right, guys. So once again, thanks to Doors Plus for
Nick.
their support. Yeah, what's up?
Me and Kid Sensation, home away from home in the black Benz limo with the cellular phone. I'm calling up the posse. It's time to get ripping. I'm bringing the summer. That sucker keeps tripping.
He's coming alive, everyone.
He just looked that up.
Jeez.
He was
My
slipping,
posse's on Broadway. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Look at the video. My posse's on Broadway.
He's awake.
Oh man.
So you never answered the question. You never answered the question of what floor you're on.
It's the 40th.
Nice. There you go. 40th floor. There it is. Nice little view. That you're certainly not in Lincoln.
No. And you know what, AG? I'm not even sure what that body. I'm not sure. I know it's not.
It's the Puget Sound, bro.
Is that Puget Sound?
Puget Sound.
Okay, because it's
skills on point.
Because even last night when I came in, bro, I didn't know if I was in Atlanta or if I was in Ainsworth, because it was just because you can see the Ferris wheel always lets me know where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? If I can find the Ferris wheel, which is right over there,
you gonna throw some fish today, AD?
Go to Pike Fish Market.
I am gonna go down there, I think. And you know what, dude?
Puget, yeah.
Yes, I think that's Puget.
On the west of you is the Puget. East of you is Lake Washington.
Okay.
So if you're looking, you may be. I think that's Bainbridge Island or the start of. So yeah, you're looking west right now. So that's the Puget Sound. Pretty cool, man. And like in the summer, it hits. It's no humidity and it's 90 degrees. It's awesome. And there's walking trails all around that water on the side. Oh my god!
It doesn't look like 90 degrees.
No, not right now. No, it's March, almost April.
Yeah, it's I got a little bit of work to get done today, but I can do that kind of in transition. Because I actually speak in Tacoma tomorrow. I got a little business here today, but I am going to do some. I'm going to do some work from around here. But you know what I want to see, AG, and I've been by it. I never went up into it. The Needle.
Yeah, me neither. I've only been in. You know what? I think I was around it a lot, but never. Yeah, there's a restaurant at the top.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, it's a 5-star restaurant upstairs, steakhouse.
Bro, I have been by that thing. I don't know how many times, but I've never been inside, and I think I might do that.
Me on that one.
Yeah, I might have to do that. And is it 13 coins or 3 coins?
13 coins.
How close is that from here?
You're right downtown. I wouldn't say. I say probably a short Uber ride to it from where you're at.
I'm gonna look that up too. That up.
Not far. You might be walking distance. It's right. It's in downtown area. That I know for sure.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
How about that, boys? All right. So let me ask you this, guys, the question before we take our final time out here. Yeah. When you look at Troy Dannon, let me ask you this. How much does it affect you guys or matter to you guys that in this day and age of changing landscapes in college football, that he's on a lot of the committees and he's involved in that? Does that move the needle at all for you guys when kind of assessing the hire in Troy Dannon coming to Nebraska?
For me, this tells me that he's in the know. Mm-hmm. If he's on competition committees or other guidelines and rules, because obviously college, there's a lot of guidelines, there's a lot of rules, a lot of committees to be a part of. I'm on a few here the last year I've been here as well with the J School. So to sit in those meetings sometimes is all you need to do, because then you can bring that information back to your school, because obviously you're meeting with other ADs around the country, and it's sometimes good to share best practices or just hear about people's and other experiences at other schools and what they're dealing with and what they got to make decisions on, because you're a business person too, because you got to figure out how to promote your athletic department, obviously to help put, with the school and bring in different innovations, if it's from coaches, if it's from, like like I'm a campaign for myself here for esports. Bringing that in, be the first AD to bring esports into the athletic department at the D1 level.
Yeah,
and show how that will bring another demographic of students to the athletic department and to the school, and would drive home admissions in terms of kids that are going to be more driven to be in the IT sector,
drawing eyeballs.
STEM, science, technology, engineering. Actually, STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics, which is that's where we're in tech, right?
Yeah.
Right now, we're in that age of sign and age of technology is on the incline all the time. So him being on those committees is a benefit because he's always in the now of what's going on around his atmosphere.
Yeah.
Raff, I like the fact that he's that to me that's an added benefit of having someone on your own campus who's part of those decision committees and those selection committees and those guidelines, because you're in the know. You're not finding out secondhand. You're actually there help welding and shaping the rules. So that's influence. And I like that because you're better able to educate your players, your coaches, and not only that, man, what's coming down the bin. If you're the ones help shaping the rules, and quite honestly, that puts Nebraska in a good light because we have some influence over that. That's the thing about it. Those guys and girls are on those committees for influence, because they love making rules. They want a seat at the table, so that gives Nebraska a seat at the table to where we're going to be in the know. We have a chance to shape some things where we may like them, as well as the other people that are on that committee. I think it's a great benefit to have someone. You think about in politics. Now, obviously, we don't discuss politics, but that's why you have congressmen and congresswomen that want to be on those powerful committees once they reach Washington. This being obviously intercollegiate athletics, it's great for us to have representation with someone at the table on those powerful committees. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, and it could be at the table on big decision-making moments.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And that's
rules, playoffs, etc.
Exactly. Rule changes from we're just talking about NFL rule changes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's among, I believe, owners and GMs.
Yeah, it's mostly the owners, but in college football, it's not like you can just send every athletic director. So it's a select group of athletic directors.
Yeah, and even then, I think the NFL got it wrong. You shouldn't have all the owners. You have GMs, somebody closer to the field.
Yeah.
To understand the rule changes, how that affects the players on the field and the coaches making decisions. But i.e. coming back to what Troy is going to be doing for us, and as an AD, is just being in the room and knowing that we got a representation that somebody's going to be on the page that we want them to be on, to make the right decisions, keep Nebraska getting into a world where we're catching up to the times of where colleges work today.
Raffy?
Yeah, no, it just tells me he's well respected by his peers, and I mean that's a good thing. It's like I don't know. So to say, I don't know if we've had that place at the table for a while, so it'll be good, as AD said. So I'm excited to see the Dannon regime.
We got one more quick break, and then it's a little bit of Raff's good take action, a little AD attitude, Justin, and AG's final thoughts here. So go ahead and send it to break there, Raffy.
All right, we'll throw the break. It's the Drive, 93.7, The Ticket.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures, all things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska, or online in your own home. Learn to ride a motorcycle, how to start a small business, how to dance, or take a course to advance in your current career path. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Spring often marks the beginning of severe weather, which can lead to power outages. LES wants you to be prepared before the storm. Restock your emergency kit, update your info with LES, and if you encounter an outage, report it at les.com/report.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives. Tanner's Bar and Grill is the perfect place to watch the NCAA tournament from the round of 64 all the way to the championship. Bring your friends and family in to enjoy Tanner's delicious hamburgers, chicken lips, and daily specials, and wash it down with one of their tons of options of beers. You'll never have an issue finding the game, as there are TVs everywhere throughout the space. So get in early, grab your spot, and settle in for a day of NCAA tournament basketball at Tanner's Bar and Grill, 30th and Yankee Hill.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, we're back here on The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. I'm your host, Ahman Green, with Nick, AD, and Raff, guys. We are passing it off to Raff, right?
Yeah, we got a little Raff's Good Take action. What you got for us today, Raffy?
All right. Well, first, got to let you guys know this segment is proudly sponsored by Florial's Italian Restaurant and Grill, just south of Lincoln Southwest High School on 14th and Pine Lake Road. All you have to do is visit florialsne.com or call 402-423-5576 to make reservations or place takeout orders. So get on by Florial's and get some of that super good food. All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Dana Duvall. It is her birthday today. She's an awesome wife, mother, daughter, and one of my favorite things about Dana is about, I'd say 25 years ago, she did not know all that much about the game of football. And now I'll watch football games with her, and she'll look over at me and she'll be like, Raff, I think they're in a zone. Raff, they're playing man-to-man. Raff, that's a clip. Raff, that's pass interference. And it's always a pleasure watching sports games with Dana D. So Dana D, have yourself a very happy birthday, and we will see you soon.
Love it. Happy birthday. Who's going to say AG?
Nothing.
It's now the floor is yours, AD.
Yeah,
I'll be quick with you. Get some sleep. Peace. No, I'm joking. Hey, y'all, it really just dawned on me, man, that I've had 2.5 cups of coffee since we've been on the show. So, yeah. AD Attitude Adjustment is sponsored by Integrated Life Choices. ILC is hiring for direct support professionals all over the state of Nebraska, full-time, part-time, days, evenings, and weekends. Help ensure a meaningful life for the people you support and helping to achieve their hopes and dreams. Apply at ilc.net/careers. Medgar Evers was assassinated back in 62, I believe. And he was just an amazing civil rights advocate. And Medgar Evers said this, one of my favorite quotes by him. He says, when you hate, the only person that suffers is you, because most of the people you hate don't know it, and the rest don't care. Most of the people you hate don't know it, and the rest don't care. So, folks, as much what lies in you, let it go. Let it go. You don't always have to be cool with everybody. You know what? When you forgive somebody, it's not always for them. It's for your own peace of mind. As my mom would always say, don't let nobody steal your peace. So don't let anybody steal your peace, fellas.
For sure.
There it is. All right, gentlemen. Well, AD, if you're able to fly back, since you're not going to join us tomorrow because you got stuff going on, obviously, have a safe flight back. Hopefully, it has a little less turbulence.
Yep.
Raff, go ahead and take it away. AG, final thoughts, man.
Hey, final thoughts here. A little shout from my main man, one of the guys I looked up to as a kid, Michael Jordan. Here, some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, others make it happen.
Love it.
MJ all day.
MJ all day, baby. The GOAT.
So you're saying LeBron is not better than MJ?
Oh, here we go. Hey, you want to get off the show, right?
Yeah.
Come on, man. We gotta get off.
Take us away, Raff. We got 30 seconds.
All right, everyone. Have a great day. And remember, be nice to each other. And we will talk to you tomorrow.